I would like to introduce SmartBots, how we build this platform to build more human-like bots, to make the bot building experience more easy. So here, I would like to quickly give a background of what SmartBots is. SmartBots is a bot building platform where you can build, deploy, test, and manage your bots. So the core focus of SmartBots is to enable developers and enterprise to build not just any other bot, but build a stable bot. So the features that involved in this platform are the ready-made enterprise skills, where you can quickly deploy the bots with existing enterprise skills like sales, HR, finance, etc. The enterprise connectors, there are ready-made enterprise connectors available on the platform, like on the Salesforce, Workday, etc. And the platform is API-driven, so you can virtually connect this to any application through an API. We also have bot analytics, bot training, and bot testing to basically check the health of the bot and train the bot, make it more intelligent. We also have omni-channel connectors, which means you can build the bot at one place and deploy it across Slack, Skype, Alexa, as you have seen. And we also have custom AI ML models based on the use case. You can build your own ML models to train the bot. Now, how did we do all this? Well, we used a lot of Amazon services to build SmartBots. So in the next few slides, I'm going to explain what are the services and how you can leverage other services of Amazon, not just the legs, to make a smart and stable bot. So the business challenge we were thrown at was that there were a lot of data silos and the navigation was complex, and there's dependency on SMEs to access data to make critical decisions. So we were able to solve it by creating smart and conversational and simple and intuitive UI, and most importantly, a bot that was able to behave and analyze human-like and throw recommendations. So the architecture, so I'll run through the services in detail in the next few slides, but what we have done is so you can access the bot through a mobile or voice or a chat, and when you are passing a query, it passes through the SmartBot services, which in turn triggers and leverages a lot of Amazon services like Lex, Comprehend, Dynamo, DB, and eventually hits Domo, from which we have fetched the data through a Lambda call. So in the next few slides, I'm going to show what it makes to make a really stable bot, smart bot, and these are the core modules that we built on our platform, leveraging Amazon services. So for any bot to be smart, I think I would be touching 4 important modules, which is Intent Orchestrator, Response Handler, Context Handler, and Smart Learner. How do you make a bot more proactive than reactive? So how do we try to make it more human-like? How is an active bot different from a passive bot, right? So in order to analyze that, what we did is we started digging into what else can the bot prompt a user to engage into conversation, for which we have developed 3 approaches. Again, no one approach is right or wrong. You need to pick the right use case to choose one of this approach. The first one is rigid tree structure. As the name suggests, the rigid tree structure is when an intent is fulfilled, what is the next intent? So the next intent would be basically flown or driven from the business logic. The second approach is intent cluster approach. So this is the approach we use for ABBI. So in this approach, what we do is we cluster similar intents under one bucket. So when one intent is fulfilled, the next intent that has to be suggested is picked up from the bucket in which the intent is closest associated to. And of course, the third approach is reinforcement learning, where the bot acts as an agent. Based on the reward it gets from the user, it chooses the next intent. Now, all three approaches can be adopted based on the respective use cases, based on the number of intents you're creating. The second is response handler. So as you have seen, the data that was fetched from Domo, it passes through a lot of logic in interpreting the query. So every time you're connecting a query to a backend system, as developers, I'm sure we all appreciate that there's a fair amount of coding required to understand the data. So we need to build a service to to consume the slot, and then hit the right API from the backend, and then pull the information and compose it and push it in the front end. So what we have done is we have built our own markup language where this can be scripted very easily. So in this case, when we are asking for an SEO score, the response parser understands the script. I've shown the script on the bottom left, and consumes the values and pushes this to a system call, which hits the API and pulls the information, and the response builder consumes it and pushes it to the end user. The next is context. So here, what we have done is we have created a global and local context. So it's very important that when you're engaging with the bot, for the bot to remember the context. So can we push to the switch to the demo screen, please? Okay. So I'll just wind up with this. So in this case, what we are trying to show here is when the bot
bounce rate for corporate for UK in April, 36.68%.
So in this case, when you're asking for the bounce rate, the bot understands the context from which you are pulling it, and then so when you're asking for the organic users, the bot understands that you're
organic users for corporate for UK in April, 16,190. Organic users visited your website has increased 6.97% compared to the previous month. It is on upward trend.
I think we can cut it there. So can you switch to the presentations, please? So in this example, if you see that the bot understands that you're sticking to the context of UK, and it fetches the relevant information. So in the lack of time, I'll try to wrap it up. If anybody has any specific questions, you can take it offline. Smart learner, so it's important that there's a lot of data hidden when you're analyzing the logs. So the data does not have to be absolute, whether it has been passed or failed. You can derive a lot of conclusions or informations from incomplete conversations. You can use Amazon Services Comprehend to analyze the negative responses and actionable responses when you're training the bot. And of course, you can use SageMaker to choose the right algorithm that would fit for training your bot. So how AWS made ABBI special? We used a lot of services of AWS. For example, we used Cognito for authentication. We used DynamoDB to handle the contextual data. We used Lambda to make server-side calls. We used EC2 to where SmartBots is core hosted. And we used SageMaker to train the data, and we used Comprehend to analyze the mood of the person who is interacting with the bot and accordingly compose the replies. So with this, I would like to end my presentation, and if anybody has any questions, you can reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Apologies for going a little over. Please don't forget to fill out the feedback, and we'll be right outside. If you guys have questions, we're happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.